Good morning, good morning. Happy Friday. Sorry I'm a little bit late. I had to take care of a floor spider that was um close to my chair and desk, so there was that. Jalabel 71. Good morning. Jogger work? Oh, is that Oh, you were trying to get the emote working? Oh, okay, I see. Because it was a lowercase j and a lowercase o. But anyways, good morning. Good morning, everyone. Happy Friday, too. It is the last day of my sort of like the vacation time that I'm taking. So next week I'll be starting back on my normal streaming schedule. So that'll be about what is it, 7 a.m. start time. Although on Monday I have a dentist appointment, so I'll be skipping that. I'll try to remind on Sunday night on Twitter for that. What did you find? Oh, that's not good. You shouldn't have that. Zilby found a bug. Hold on, I'll be right back. It was one of those earwig pincher bugs. It looks like it died a long time ago, but Zilby found it and was sort of playing around with it. I didn't want him to eat it. Get the little pincher stuck in his mouth. That would not be a fun day for him. Let's see. What are we doing today? Today we're gonna be, I think, finally working for the editing side. So if we take a look at our stories, we have, as a player, want to start to edit the level that I'm playing. So here's all of our success criteria for this. So I believe we have a bunch of these done already, or at least a couple of them done already, but probably not all of them. So let's go ahead and get this set up. So when playing a level, pressing E will switch to the edit level scene. Okay, so if we come in here and we start playing, okay, we hit play. I'm gonna go to introduction, and then I hit E on my keyboard, and that takes me to edit mode here. Okay, so that part works. A grid displays for each cell that is a part of the level. Also, I'm curious, does this actually... Oh, it does. Okay, so it did update it with an X. I feel like sometimes it doesn't. A grid displays for each cell that is part of the level. Spish Kairos, hello, good morning. I've been sort of like lurking on some of your streams, but not really like saying hi a lot of them. And also of course, you know, sometimes missing them too and just watching the VODs. But how's it going? How are you doing? Let's see. So I want to see a grid for the editor. Right now, go to our level mod. A bit of rough morning in some ways, but overall, you're living the life. Well, that's great to hear. It's the last day of my vacation that I was taking from work. So I get to do, this is the last weekday long stream until the next holiday, most likely. I don't have any other vacations lined up right now, so it's that'll be it. So we get to work until around noon today. Okay, so here we're, oh, you know what? It's in level itself. This is, here it is. So our width is 100 and our height is 5. I'm thinking maybe something that'll help out here is like I could have a different size here if I take the width U32 and height of U32. And then these are just set as the width and height. I don't even need these set anymore like that. Now in here, for our introduction level, let's make this 10 by 10 and level 2 with no floor. Let's make this, maybe we can make it a vertical level, so it could be like 10 by like 30. We're gonna be focusing on the introduction for now. What a great way to spend a vacation. Thank you. I actually enjoy this side too. Now I'm like constantly gotta look out for like spiders crawling everywhere. I had to kill a spider that was on the floor next to my desk this morning, and now it's sort of like that high alert thing. I don't mind the spiders that are on the walls. I usually let them go, but the floor spiders are the ones that like I don't like. And bed spiders, like bed spiders are like no-goes either. Just escorted from my property. So I guess like the history that I have with spiders is I was perfectly fine with them until one day I woke up with a spider biting me. And ever since then, I just can't. I think I got a minor case of arachnophobia from that. So at this point, it's like, just like freak out and just like try not to have a visceral reaction and you run around screaming. You're such a hypocrite. You definitely had a fly in your hair this morning. You whacked it away from you and hit it in your hand really, really hard. Yeah, I do that too. Like a lot of the times it's also going to be keeping Zilby from just toying with them. So like, if Zilby finds it, it's going to be like, you know, all of his legs are going to be gone, but still alive, which is going to be terrible. Like if I'm going to kill a creature, it's going to be fast and hopefully painless. That's the hope. But I remember like when I was growing up in the mountains, we'd have Zilby. Zilby is our cat, who is unfortunately not here right now. I took away the bugs and the spiders that he was playing with, so yeah, he's not behind me. Sometimes he hangs out down here with us. Like yesterday, he hung out with us a little bit. I do like your kitty. Your kitty is pretty awesome too. Let's see. I have one of his favorite toys here, so maybe he'll come and hang out with us. Okay, so we're gonna create, this is the size of our level, so this is fine now. Oh, we did 10 by 10, so if I run this and we play introduction, yeah, so like notice this is now a 10 by 10 game. So here we are, this lovely game. We have no start or end. Oh, and we can fall. Oh, we can fall off if we jump. That's what happens. So we can't really die or dance or yeah. Oh, she ran out of both food and water this morning? Oh no. That's terrible. Yeah, we have several water bowls for Zilby, so he can drink overnight. I don't have a camera, but I don't think he leaves the bedroom too often overnight, because he really wants to go out and he wants us to go with him, to eat and drink. Oh, and we don't free feed him, but that's because we have wet food. He did come and like try to wake me up early by pouncing on my legs underneath the blankets. Okay, so if I have this, I want to go to edit mode. I want to display a grid. So we're gonna display this 10 by 10 grid, but we don't know what that is, right? It could be a different grid for each of these. I think our cat wanted us to play with him this morning and then he would eat, but I just settled for feeding him. And he was perfectly happy with that. I did throw his toy for him a little bit. He had fun chasing it. So system. So we're probably going to want a system for displaying the grid when we're in edit mode. Do I want... I think that, okay, so I think this is going to be system manager. Basically, I don't even know if we're going to be using the world much in this view. We're just going to be loading up the level and the level manager and like loading that straight up. So here, I think we're going to have is, we can have display grid be one of the things. So draw, edit, grid, system. So this is going to be the system manager mod. I'm going to add you in here. I wish there was a extension. Maybe there is an extension that converts this to let's see, to draw, edit, grid, system. I don't know if we need anything that. Oh, you know what? We do. So we're gonna need to listen to the events to know that we've started editing. Oh, you free feed, so it's very infrequent that she does. I'm a bug. Yeah. I totally get that. We're not doing the free feeding because a couple reasons. First of all, I want to start training him. And I did notice that if I free feed him, he is not inclined. Like, he doesn't really care that I'm giving him little treats because he knows he can go get food somewhere else. So doing a hard work like that is not as awesome. But because I stopped doing that, he'll now do a paw trick when I go to feed him. So I basically, before I hand him the food, I make him raise up one hand and like do a little shake, which I think is super awesome in case I ever need to like examine his paws or something. Need better treats? Gotta go. Okay, gotta go pick up your breakfast. Awesome. Have a great breakfast, and I'll see you later. So we're gonna event receiver is what we're going to have in here. So this is gonna be a receiver that stores an event. We're also going to be storing. What is this? We're also going to be having a. I guess like is editing. We have this little bit of state. It's gonna be a Boolean. So we need to take in the event manager. And we'll return a self. Okay, so for event receiver, let's see, we're gonna subscribe to the editing event. Yeah, because I don't know exactly where else we'd put this. So let's listen to when we start editing. So let the events we're listening to. I guess this is gonna be the event receiver. Okay, so in here, it's gonna be event. You're not gonna tell me what I could put in here? Okay, so navigating to I guess we're going to be looking at for navigating to event level. So event, navigating to, navigation screens, edit level. To own that, that's fine. So this gives us our event receiver. We're also going to have that is editing. You're going to be initialized to false. Okay, so once we have this, what are you upset about? Oh, I guess it's not toString. We need toString. Okay, so now that we have this, we're gonna have an update, and the update is really just going to be checking to see if this flag should be flipped. Okay, so we're going to be checking that our subscriptions. So if let okay, and then we can put any pattern basically as part of this if let. So if it's an okay with a event navigating to navigation screens edit level. So if it's this equals to self.event receiver try rec v. So if this is what we're doing, then I want to flip is editing. Okay, so self.is editing equals true. Now, if it's anything else, if it's any other event that we're getting, that means we're navigating somewhere else. So self.is editing equals false. Then we're going to have the draw. So our main run. We don't even need, okay, so we need that. We need a context. We need the level. Let's actually get the level manager because then we can get the current level from that. So we need the level manager. And I don't know if we need anything else. We'll return a result. Okay, so first thing we need is to get the current level. Oh, okay, so we also need the name of the level that we're getting. I don't, So we're probably also gonna have to listen for the name of the level. So you're gonna have to be a string that we store away. Specifically, you're gonna have to be an option with the string because we don't know if we're gonna have you. Okay, so we have navigating to. So I think we also have to store if we're navigating to a play. So this might be slightly. This is gonna be slightly different. We have to redo this a little bit. So if let's. Okay, I'm gonna get this event. So I'm gonna first do this like just big out, and then we'll figure out how to rewrite it to be a little bit better. So we're gonna match on event. So that gives us navigating to command. Okay, so then inside of here, we're gonna get the navigation screen that we're going to. So we're gonna match on the navigation screen. And so here we have, okay. So play is what we're looking into. When we start playing something, we want to be staying aware of this so we can know which level we're going to be editing. Now, either that or we update edit level to also take in the string name. Do I have that? Where do we send the... Where do we head off there? It's going to be our input handler. So this is going to be our keyboard input handler. Okay, so right now... Oh, look at this. When we're going to play, we don't even know what this is. This is not the best. But when we go to play, we know what the level name is going to be. Like it's right here. So when we're in play, is that true? Do I actually have debug this level name? And for you, let's... Okay, so you're all happy again. Let's go ahead and run this. See what we can get out of that that debug. Introduction. Okay, so I do know what this is. I do know that that's introduction. So it, this kind of makes me think, if I know what this is, I should probably store this away, which means I should probably have a little bit of state for input handler to track this. Or actually, you know what? We can then just say like, hey, event, oh, no, okay, we're going to level name for edit event. Okay, so never mind. What we're gonna do is come to, let's see, navigation screens. So edit level, I have string here for the name of that. And then you're gonna be stored in this level name. So we're gonna be sending this off when we're heading out. Now, when we're doing edit level, we need to tell it back to, once again, like what this was. And to me, that means we need to store this away, because this is obviously not happening right away. Like, it's not going to be happening in the same frame. So we need a edit level. And I think we only need to store, see, I know we're gonna have to have a constructor for it, but it's not gonna have to listen because we already have the listeners out. We're gonna be calling it with all this stuff, so that's gonna be fine. So obstruct, it's gonna be edit level with handler. So we're gonna have the level name. This is gonna be an option with a string inside. Outside of that, I don't think there's anything we need in here. Okay, so storing away like this. Now down here, the idea is that for this, we're gonna have this candle keyboard input and pass basically the key code and navigation in. All of this stuff, at least for edit level, is gonna have to go in there. Now, what I'm looking at is when we do this, we're heading to edit level here. We're gonna want to make sure that we know what that level name is, meaning we're gonna be having to listen to our own, we have to listen to our own event. So like decoupling within the decoupled. But I think that will be good. So we also do need to take in an event receiver. Which means we need an event handler here. Event manager. Okay, so this is when we're navigating to edit. So when we're navigating to edit, the navigating to navigation screens, edit level. Now, the only one that it really cares about here is this event navigating to. These we'll get all the navigations from this. But okay, so now we're going to store you away. And this does mean we need an update in here. Okay, so we want to listen for when we're heading into the edit level and grab that string out. So if let okay, then we're gonna have the event navigating to navigation screens edit level, and this is gonna be the level name. So if that's equal to self.event receiver rec v, then self.level name is equal to a sum level name. And that's it. And then we're going to have the handle keyboard input is what we're really focused on here. And we're going to have the key code coming in. And I don't know if there's anything else that I need from this. So we're gonna match the key code. Oh, can I not? So here's this key code. There we go. Here's all the keys that we're aware of that can be pressed. The one we're considered with right now is P. When we hit P, we want to go back to the level that we want to go to. So key code P. Wow, you're so upset. Oh, because I'm not returning an OK at the end. Have I ever tried writing Rust in C Lion? Nerf Rust, good morning, hello. I have not tried it in C Lion, but I think that's because I don't have a copy of any of the JetBrains tools, so I can't. Taboo topic, very personal. So in the old days, I did try coding in, was it WebStorm and like some of the other storms, and I don't know, like I just didn't like the look of the editor. I think like the text was like just in some way it tripped my brain up and like made it harder for me to like read a bunch of the interface. Maybe things are a lot better now. I have heard that the Sea Lion has some that like JetBrains has a really good version of RLS that like can compete with Rust Analyzer, but Rust Analyzer on VS Code, or I want to try eventually Vim, which is like going the opposite direction of Sea Lion, is supposed to be really good. I haven't used the debugging integration into VS Code yet. Supposedly it works pretty well, but I've never tried it. So, yeah, I've also heard the debugging integration is pretty amazing as well. Okay, so a lot of these we don't care about, so I'm just gonna get rid of them. We're just gonna only focus on P. And everything else is just gonna be caught with here, and we're just gonna do a no op. So if we have, if P is pressed while we're in edit mode, I need to grab out this level name. So we need to get the level name. The only downside for you is that it's RAM hungry. Yeah, a lot of IDEs are incredibly RAM hungry. So there is that too. Let's see, it's all of the JetBrains products are made in Java, right? They're all Java. Oh yeah, laptop with only 8 is gonna struggle with that, especially if you have to open up any kind of web browser to like, you know, do any kind of research at the same time. Browsers are not the nicest with RAM either. I'm actually a little bit curious. We've got like what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 tabs open. I've got a terminal, a bunch of the side things. No, that doesn't do what I want to do. What's my, okay, hold on. I'm gonna go to this. And okay, back. Oh, that secret screen was not very good. It was just a blank screen. I want to see how much memory this is using. Okay, I don't have anything crazy going on here. So we have Discord is 200 megabytes. Firefox is 3 gigabytes. So there's that. But that is the Firefox. That is the Firefox is also running like Twitch chat and a bunch of other stuff. So that's cool. I know. I have my flocking Rust, which is not taking too much. But where VS Code is 1.62 gigabytes. That's what it is right now. There's 7 processes. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so it's not like the number of tabs. Must be something else going on. Oh, Rust Analyzer is taking up a little bit of that too. Looks like Rust Analyzer is taking up the most of it, 720 megabytes. So that's interesting. Everything eventually, all browsers eventually explode up, and then a new one comes and like competes and crunches down again. That seems to be like the way it works. Because I remember back in the days when Firefox first came out, it came out because Mozilla had like, I don't know if do any of you remember Mozilla browser? That was like the Firefox before Firefox, and it got really bloated. It got like just huge, and so they came up with Firefox to be a light, lightweight, super fast browser that didn't have any features except browsing. And then that started getting bigger, and then Chrome came out, like the old Netscape Navigator. I don't know, like all browsers eventually just have feature creep like crazy. It's super fascinating. But I guess like that's how things work. People demand new features, and so you add them in, and then you keep on adding them in until your browser takes over the entire computer. All right, so if we press P. Now, if we don't have a level name at this point, that's really bad. So we need to if let some level name self dot level name. Probably don't want to take ownership of it here, but we are going to clone it. So we're going to clone it inside of here. Okay, so I can clone it inside of here, and that'll be fine. Okay, so if let some self dot level name. Oh, because it dereferences here. Yeah, let's do this. String does not implement copy. So if we don't have a level name, so if it's a none, this is really bad. We need a bail. Let's see. We don't know the level name to switch to play mode with. But if we do know the level name, then we're fine. So then we're going to create our event. So our event is going to be event navigating to navigation screens, play with the level name, and we'll just clone you. And then self dot. Oh, so we need to also send. So we're not just event receivers, we're also an event sender. There you go. Sender with the event inside. And we're going to register as a sender and store that away. Oh, the bail macro? Yeah, so the bail macro is from the error crate, which I really love. This basically just returns an error. And so I can create an enum with all my errors in it. And I've done that before, but like I could also just bail with the error here, and really in the end I'm just question marking it all the way up to the top where it gets printed out. So this is really just an error message for me. We want to make it so that this never hits, but we still want to display it if it does. So yeah, it's super nice. Okay, so we have this event. We can now do self.event sender. We're going to send this event. So this happens when we hit P. So then down here in the handle controller input for edit level, I want to replace this with self dot edit level input handler dot handle keyboard input and hand it in the key code. Started learning Rust a few weeks ago. You're just watching and absorbing as many pointers as you can. Oh, awesome. That's great. Welcome to the Rust family. How are you enjoying it so far? What are you upset about? Expected a semicolon. Oh, there's no red. I have an extra. There we go. You love it. It's so much better an experience than we learned C at university. Although I have to guess that like most things are better than when you learn C at university. But my university experiences with programming were pretty bad, so I'm fairly biased against them. Oh, it's nice to be back to something a little bit more low level. What's really awesome is that Rust feels like a high level language, but is actually low level. It just is so much. It's so nice. Java for every assignment at university. Yeah, I hear you. Okay, so we have this level name coming in here. Now, when we start the level name, we don't actually need to do anything with this, do we? Because we're just telling them, hey, just deal with your thing. You're listening for like what we're doing. When we're in level, okay, so I'm just gonna ignore you for right now. And I think that this is gonna work. But now we have to fix everything else. Okay, so this is, where are we? This is the input handler new. Okay, so we have to hand you the event manager. Oh, edit level. So you're now this. This is handle controller input. We have no controller inputs that we're listening to for edit level. And stop, we have none of these that we're listening to either. You've seen your embedded modules. Oh, nice, yeah. C is pretty good for that. I do expect that Rust eventually will take over a lot of the embedded stuff. It's pretty rough right now, but there's people doing it. Okay, so this is in loaders. So we have the level name. Now there's, right, okay, so I think what we want to do is we want to take in the level name here. Let's just make this a stir, and I'm going to have, okay, so we need this to be a fragment. Let's do title equals a format, edit mode 4. Then we're gonna have our level name. And now this can be a reference to the title. So in here, we'll just pass in the level name, or reference to the level name. Okay, what's next? Text new, and this, oh. You want this to be a fragment, don't you? I don't... Why are you upset? Do you want it to not be? Do you want it to be just the full string? Oh, that's what you want it to be, the full string. Oh, thank you so much. I try to explain what I'm doing. Sometimes I'm wrong, so, but I usually try to like at least go back and figure this thing out, get out again. Okay, so draw. Okay, so here we are in the draw edit grid system. So here we have our level name. So now here we can grab the level name out of it. Oh wait, this is just this. Because when we're subscribing to it, we don't have to actually give it what we're listening to. Just something close to it. Okay, nice. What's next? Draw editing level. Where was I just? Draw edit grid system. Draw editing level. I feel like, are these the same thing? No, okay. The grid system and the editing level are going to be slightly different, I think. But maybe they shouldn't be. I wonder if I should edit the grid system. I'm going to just delete that. Apparently I wasn't even using it, so there's that. Now back to you. We're subscribing to you, edit level. Okay. And then you, okay. Here we're gonna grab in. So update is editing, event. Okay, so the event is edit level. Like, I think I already did a bunch of this work and I forgot. So we're gonna get the level name. Yeah, I may want to even like just restart this. But let's see. So we're gonna grab the level name out of here. We have self that is editing true. We need the name as well. So level name is gonna be an option with a string inside. Which, you know what we could do? We could actually, we don't need the is editing flag anymore. If we have a level name, we're editing. Because we can listen to when we're navigating away from something and we're going away then. So here is editing. This is going to become let level name. We're going to start with a none. So level name here in run. Self.update is editing. Okay, so if not, yeah, so I think a bunch of this is gonna have to change here. But we have no more errors, so we could just sort of start focusing in here. So the idea to begin with is, if I don't do anything in here, so draw editing level, is this even running? Is draw editing level running? Actually, I don't even see that. Is this not? Okay, so this claims it's being used. So draw editing level. Where is it? Okay, so here's draw editing level. Okay, draw editing level and level. Okay, so we get it new, get the event manager. And we run here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna temporarily turn this off. And that should be fine for right now, because I think I want to update that to have like an update for changing its own state, as opposed to trying to do that all through like the display code. And so if I run this, go into play mode, here's introduction, I hit E, and here we go, edit mode for introduction. Okay, perfect. So that's what I wanted to see first, is that like that side. We can even like make that a title like much larger. I mean, I don't even know if I actually want to do that, or if I want to like just print it out the title and like have everything stored. So I may even remove that entity. I don't know. All right. I thought I heard Zilby back there, but nope, he's not. Okay, so to remind myself, a grid displays. So we need to display the grid. To even display the grid though, and like none of that, like that title text, that's only displaying through like our existing systems right now because I put something into the world. If I don't put that into the world, nothing will display. It'll be just a plain empty level. And also, you know what I didn't test was going back to play. I think that's important too. So go to introduction. Here we fall down to this. We can go to edit level, and then I can hit back to play. Oh, it crashes. Okay, so, ooh, look at this. Here's our bail. We don't know the level name to switch to play mode with. So this happened on edit level input handler line 48. So at this point in time, so what happened here? So we hit P. We're checking to see self level name. Level name is this option string. So if it's a none, we come here. So it was a none because update didn't run, because it's not being called. So the edit level input handler needs to be called. So do we even have an update in here? We do. So let's see if that fixes the problem. So I go to edit mode, and then we can go to play mode, and we're back to this level. Okay, perfect. And then it's all good. I do notice that every single, it's not just E that takes us over into edit mode, it's every key takes us over into edit mode. So we need to fix that. Handle keyboard input. When we're in play, notice here, is not checking anything at all. This one at least is like running to somewhere else. This is just doing it. Like, hey, we got this. So this one needs to be if let p code key equal to the key code. Then this stuff happens. And I think that will make it so that way we can only press P to go back. And also we can only press, see, we right now we can only press P. I think it was inside of here, I was pressing like Alt, like Alt F4, and it was taking me over into edit mode. None of that happens anymore. Now only E. Or not. Okay. Oh, P. Yeah. When we're in play mode, it needs to be E. Had it backwards. Okay. So introduction, E, P, anything else doesn't work. E, anything else doesn't work. P. Okay. So nice. Now I think we're ready to draw our grid for the level. So I'm gonna go ahead and clean up some of these errors or warnings, I guess. What are you upset about? You're upset because you seem to be using match for an equality check. Oh, it's a single match here. You're right. So can I do match? This can be an if let, right? Oh, it implements partial equal. So I can just do this. Well, that's easy. I love it when Rust can like actually just fix my stuff for me. That's so nice. All right, so this is draw editing level. Yes, I know we're not using any of this stuff right now. We're going to. Don't worry. So everything in here is gonna be fine. Here we're not using it. So that's gonna be fine too. Okay, so I think we're good to go. I'm gonna, no. I didn't save that file. Now I have errors. Okay, what happened? Oh yeah, because I changed this from being option string. None of this exists anymore. So this run is gonna have to be updated completely, like complete overhaul. So I'll take you out. And then this update is editing. This is also like a big thing. You need to be overhauled. And then we're good. Cool. So, and switch to and from editing mode. All right,